You're tuning in live to Downtime Podcast with Jeremy and Alyssa. Hey,
Whoop,
Alyssa.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
Episode 43.
Episode 43. We have things to talk about today, folks.
Quite a few things to talk about.
Quite a few things.
So let's start with what we're playing and what we played. Alyssa.
Okay, this is going to be a relatively quick update. So I'm finally far enough in Shadow of the Colossus where they're now interspersing cutscenes that actually introduce like what the storyline is about. So as I expected, because I said there's 16 bosses, and I had this gut feeling because one thing that I like to do in not just video games but in movies and TV shows is I like to analyze a lot of the writing and kind of figure out where I think a plot twist or where I think something's going to happen. And I actually predicted that not a plot twist, but the plot would actually pick up after the 8th Colossus, because then it would be right smack in the middle of the game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I figured, I basically told myself, you know what, there's not much happening right now except for me killing Colossus, but I bet you after I finish the 8th one and it's halfway through, I think that's finally when I'm gonna find out who the fuck this girl is that we brought in to save. So
who she is and why she is, right?
Yeah, who she is and why she is, and you know what, and how she is.
Oh, wow!
And what else? Why she is?
What she is? Did I say that already?
What she is, who she is, where she is, why she is, and when she is.
That sounds like an album title.
It is.
Like a really long, confusing album title.
I know. And I can't talk about too much about it, but one thing I appreciate about this game is that I know those answers now, and it was explained in such a concise way, because this game is very short. And so I think one of the few games I've ever played that's very blunt and is just like, all right, here's the gameplay. All right, here's the storyline. Okay, that's it. Even though it is a short story and short game, I think that this is great to play, and it's it's very impactful still, even with its length. I don't know about y'all who are playing Shadow of the Colossus or have played Shadow of the Colossus on PS2, but as you know, this remake pretty much has the same gameplay mechanics and controls as PlayStation 2. The only thing that really got upgraded was the graphics. And that being said, they kept the same camera angles on this game. And it is like really annoying the farther you get in the game, where the more complex it is to defeat a Colossus. And straight up, like, the camera, like, you press L2 on the controller to focus in and lock on the Colossus, but then even then sometimes it like veers off in like the most inconvenient moment. And it's because they kept the same exact like camera views as the PlayStation 2 when it wasn't refined yet, and when it wasn't when it was still in that type of like generation. So yeah, shit sucks sometimes in this game.
I bet. No, it sounds very challenging, but you're having fun overall, right?
Yeah, I'm having fun because I like puzzle type games, or like more like I like problem solving games. So this is fun. I'm riding my horse more often now in battles, because you see, aggro before was a means of just getting to the location where the Colossus is, and starting after the 8th one, that's when it really picks up, and now you actually have to use the horse to do shit. So I'm enjoying that. Also, sometimes this game straight up kicks my ass in figuring and trying to figure out what the strategy is. Like, I don't want to. Is it really spoiling if the game came out a while ago?
I haven't played it.
Okay.
I plan to. So I'm representing the people that still want to play the game and don't want spoilers.
Okay. So all I'll say is I want to say it's the 6th or 7th one I think. And that was such a pain in the ass for me to figure out, but the strategy for figuring it out, I came across it after I was frustrated for 20 minutes and I went to hide and take a break.
Oh.
And I figured out the strategy from that. And I was so upset that it took me that long to figure it out. But like, it's like one of those things where the most random thing you can think of, or the thing that doesn't seem that obvious, ends up being the strategy to defeating the Colossus. So
okay.
And that's all I'm playing, because when I realized I was close to finishing this game, I was like, well, I might as well just dedicate all my time to this. So I am really close to finishing this game. I think I'm like 2 hours left. So.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll have more to talk about once you finish it.
Yeah, have more to talk about, and then there's a lot of games on this backlog that I have for end of March, April. And that's all.
Before Yakuza 6.
Correct.
Everything we're all setting this before Yakuza 6, everyone.
Yay! And that is all I'm playing right now.
Nice.
Yes. What are you playing?
I actually beat Doom last weekend.
Oh, yeah. The last time we talked, it seemed like you were about to finish it.
Yeah, I was getting there, but I finally finished it.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually was going to put it off last week, and I was like, you know what? I don't think I'll finish it today. I'll finish it the next day. Okay. But then I realized that I was only like 2 levels away from finishing the game. And I'm the type of person that's like, I'm going to 100% this game, meaning like I'm going to get all the collectibles and stuff like that. But I never do, because I'm always sidetracked by another game. So because in order to keep the flow going, I have to have this mindset where I'm like, I'm just gonna finish the storyline of this game so I could talk about it.
Yeah.
And I want to put it behind me in a way, but I also don't want to say that I'm gonna finish it completely, because then I'm just second guessing myself, and I don't want to lie to myself, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm back on Tomb Raider, so right now I'm playing Tomb Raider or Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I'm probably gonna finish that in the next week.
Very nice.
I feel like I'm towards the end of the game right now. So, yeah, no, overall, Tomb Raider's been a really fun experience still. I'm back on the PS4, so I'm off the PC. I played Doom on PC, if I wasn't clear about that.
Yeah.
And I will say for Doom, though, I really enjoyed it. I know I'm 2 years late because the game came out in 2016, but the Switch version came out in 2017, so I'm not that late. Yeah, so yeah, no, overall it was a really fun, fast-paced first-person shooter. I think that it rekindled what Doom is and kind of what first-person shooters of the 90s were. Okay. So I think it was really entertaining and fun and refreshing to see a shooter that doesn't require you to reload every time, because there was no button to reload the guns in the game, which I thought was really cool, because you have a certain amount of ammo that you just have to use, and that's it. Doom's behind me, playing Rise of the Tomb Raider right now. And I actually have a little bit of PS4 news. Sorry to go off a tangent for you. Did you know that Yakuza Kiwami 2 is getting released in August of this year?
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh,
so,
God.
Alisa,
oh,
I need to tell you something right now.
Don't tell me you secretly have a copy of it
No, that'd be horrible. I'm telling you, we need to play and beat Yakuza 6, at least the storyline, before August of this year.
Oh, dude, we got that shit covered. It took
we need to do it.
No, it took 2 months it took 2 months to defeat Yakuza Zero, and Yakuza Zero is longer than 6, right?
No, I don't know. I think 6 might be a little bit long. Well, storyline wise, yeah, but I kept getting sidetracked.
Oh,
so it took me a long time.
For sure.
But yeah, no, so that was actually announced
it's
today.
Coming out. Oh my God. Oh,
it's coming out on August 28th this year.
Jeez. Okay, cool.
So if you're a Yakuza fan listening to this, like us, this is a huge bombshell. That just was announced today. Yakuza Kiwami 2 is being released in the West. Western release in August. So, honestly, after April, I'm probably going to be only playing Yakuza. I mean, I'll hopefully we can start Horizon Zero Dawn in that time too. After it, in the interim between April and August, whenever we finish Yakuza 6. But you know what? Yakuza.
August is far away. I think I'm gonna play Detroit after Yakuza 6. So that's not bad. And Quantic Dream games are never long, so I'm not worried about that actually. Yeah, actually, I don't really have much else to play after. Everything, fall's. It looks like it's gonna be a packed fall again.
Yep. Well, I know what I'm dedicating my life to.
I know. I do want to play Ni no Kuni 2. Ni no Kuni 2, I think, is coming out. And I wanted to play that too over the summer. Yeah, August is not that bad. I'm like it's funny, I'm talking myself to calm myself down because of this announcement.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I just gave you like a heart attack, but
I
you know what?
Bombshell
announced. Yes. So I was saving that. I was really hoping that you didn't watch it or like hear the news yet, but I'm really glad that you didn't. Yeah. So on that note, let's go into some gaming news. I know that some of this is a little outdated, but I'm hoping that whoever's listening is listening for our opinions more over than news. But probably not everyone knew that Yakuza Kiwami 2 is being released in August.
I didn't know.
So,
my God.
Exactly. So
Lord.
That's number one on the list.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, I know there were some topics you wanted to discuss.
Well, just going off of the Japanese game route, Valkyria Chronicles 4 just got announced for October 16th. So, one of the few games that's coming out in fall. I'm pretty hyped for it, and they also have trailers for anyone who wants to see them.
Nice.
Yes. Like new trailers, I mean, after the announcement.
Please go check those out.
Yes.
Continuing on with Japanese game news. Nintendo had their Nintendo Direct March 2018 on March 8th, 2018.
Yeah.
So most of you probably already know this. If not, Super Smash Bros. Was announced for the Switch. And it's actually, there's like a huge debate within the community whether this is a port of the game from the Wii U's 3DS version or if this is a whole new game entirely. What are your thoughts on that, Alyssa? Just curious.
I didn't know there was a debate.
Let's
start off. So let's start off,
great.
folks, with saying that wow, there's a debate going on.
Okay.
So, the first time I found out about it, I thought it was going to be a port. I didn't think it was going to be a new game yet. Because I feel like if it was a new game, they would have said it was a new game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't seem like it was the next one. Although, that being said, come on, Nintendo has to be making a new one because you have the Switch right now. You got to capitalize on that.
Yeah, that's a system that can break its controllers into two controllers. Like,
I know.
Come on. Like, holy crap, that's so cool. Yeah, no, I'm actually 50-50 about it, and I do agree with you because 50% of me is saying this is a new game. And I want it to be a new game, but the other 50% saying this is a port of the old game, which I'm totally fine with. I thought the previous game was really fine. It was perfect. Well, not perfect, but it was fine as it was. The divisive factor for me is that Masahiro Sakurai, the director for like most of the Smash games, or I think he was the director for all the Smash games. Yeah. He is working on this game personally. Like, he's the director for this game. So they wouldn't have brought him on if it wasn't a new game. But they wouldn't have brought him on as well if they were working on an update of the old game and porting it to Switch. Because I think they just need him to get something right. But, they also don't need him if it's a port. You know what I mean? They don't need the director of the game to like supervise the port because they're literally just making it so it's on Switch and just adding a couple characters.
I know. I mean, LA Noire, like, God bless that game for coming back to life for some reason. Their entire development team like shut down, like their company shut down. So clearly, okay. Now that you put it that way, I think that they are working on one. I just don't think that's what this announcement is, but they probably are working on it. Yeah,
because Masahiro Sakurai confirmed on his Twitter that he was working on the game.
Yeah.
So, I really want it to be a new game because, I love that they're porting all the Wii U games to the Switch, because that's great. Like Nintendo already has content from a dying console that they're putting onto one with new life, and everyone gets to enjoy these games. But at the same time, like, you got to move on, you got to move forward sometimes.
I know.
So, I mean, the case is like with Bayonetta. Like, Bayonetta was released on PS3, Xbox 360, and the second one was only released on Wii U, and not everyone had a Wii U, and so everyone was frustrated. But now they released both on Switch, so I think that's really cool that people, like, a lot of people have Switches, so it's kind of an incentive to buy the game for the Switch, since the third one's coming out exclusively on the Switch, and so you kind of want to capitalize on your audience.
So going on off of that real quick, if I had a Nintendo Switch, and if they released the old Super Smash, but they made an announcement that a new one's being made or coming out in 2019, I would not buy the old one. I would just wait for the new one to come out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what Nintendo's doing half the time, to be honest.
And that's fine. Like, they always have really good surprises, to be honest.
I know.
Like sometimes it's a letdown depending on what it is, and the game, the software, the hardware. But most of the time, they like to surprise us with great things. And it's really cool because the Smash announcement came at the end of their press conference.
Yeah.
And then at the end, like towards the end, the second to last trailer was for Splatoon. And then they're like, oh, we want to show you this last segment. And then they showed the Inklings from Splatoon like shooting each other. And then it cut to like a dark screen. And then they turned around and like the Smash symbol was in her eye. It's like, oh my God. I went like into hype mode real fast. I was like, Smash, there's a new Smash. Holy crap. But yeah, no, so Smash is coming out this year for Nintendo Switch. So please be on the lookout for that, which is another game I'll be buying in the fall on top of Kiwami 2, which is, oh my God, okay, this fall is going to be crazy for me too, Lisa. Like, dang.
I'm just a person.
I know. We're all just people here.
We're
Come
all
on,
just
video
people.
game companies. Yeah, so a little bit more briefly on what they announced in their Nintendo Direct. They talked about Mario Tennis Aces. They showed some more footage of that. They actually, surprisingly, are planning to release more 3DS games, because I thought 3DS was on its way out, but apparently it's still being supported, which is a really good thing, because I think a lot of people still have 3DSs.
I was about to say, back with the PSP, not the Vita, the very first one, that was supported for forever before it got bumped out. So that doesn't surprise me.
Which is, more credit to Nintendo for supporting something that people still have and love. Like, I like that Nintendo is still putting out games for a system that probably like millions of people have 3DSs and 2DSs, whereas people are still starting to buy the Switch, which is great, and I really, really like that.
Supporting the frugal and broke audiences out there.
Exactly. So, some of the announcements they made for the Nintendo 3DS are WarioWare Gold, and this is actually a compilation of all WarioWare mini-games, which is crazy.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, for the 3DS. They're bringing Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey to the 3DS. It was on the... What system was it on before? But it's a classic Mario and Luigi game where it's an RPG basically, top down RPG. Detective Pikachu is coming to is it 3DS? I think it's coming to 3DS. Fun fact: there's a live action movie about Detective Pikachu coming out, and I'm gonna be like, what? Why does he get his own live action movie? I digress. Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion's getting a 3DS port, and I cannot wait because I played the crap out of Luigi's Mansion. And I have the second one because the second one was released exclusively on the 3DS. So it's kind of interesting that the first game is being ported to the 3DS. So that's coming out. Kirby All-Star Allies was released yesterday on March 16th. Yeah. And they showed a little bit more footage of that. And that's a 4-player Kirby game, like side-scrolling co-op game, which I'm really, really looking forward to purchasing soon. Okami HD is coming out on the Switch. So,
you know what? That's a really good game to have on a Switch because there's a mechanic of Okami where it's like ink brushing, ink drawing. So that works out perfectly for the touchscreen.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea.
I think I'm gonna purchase it on the Switch now that you mentioned that, because I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it would be very, very convenient for a touchscreen for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is coming to the Switch. So that's cool. It's basically a puzzle game featuring Toad, Captain Toad, and he's like dressed up in like a little explorer's outfit. It's funny. It's like a puzzle solving adventure game, platform game, something. I don't know. Maybe I'll play it. Mm-hmm. Someone tell me a good reason why I should play that and buy it, and convince me.
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is coming out. The South Park: The Fractured Holes coming out on Switch. Dark Souls, of course, is still coming out.
I heard about that one.
Yeah, so that's cool. That's cool. Travis Strikes Again. No More Heroes. So
I don't know what that is.
If you ever played, God, what's that guy's name? His name is Travis Touchdown. He's a character from No More Heroes, which is a Wii game, and it's just like this really bloody sword fighting hack and slash game where you play this guy named Travis Touchdown, and he like just kills a bunch of monsters and stuff. It was really weird, and now they're making like a sequel or something to hit that game or his character on the Switch. Whatever, you know what? Let's move on. Undertale's coming out on the Switch. Hyrule Warriors, which is basically Dynasty Warriors, but featuring Legend of Zelda characters, Definitive Edition. So it's Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition coming out on May 18th for the Switch. I'm probably gonna pick that up and play that. So we'll see. And
Yay.
That's pretty much it. Those are the big announcements from Nintendo Direct.
Nice. And then the last announcement is just the Sea of Thieves is coming out in a few days. And by the time you listen to this podcast, it's probably going to be like a couple days after it came out.
Great. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that game, but on a personal side note, I'm waiting for people to play it and find all the bugs, and for the developers to fix it before I actually play it and buy it, because I really want to play that game. I know you're laughing, and it's true though. I really want to play the game.
I'm laughing.
Yeah, it's true. I really want to play the game, but I don't want to play a buggy game because I don't know how it's going to be when it first comes out.
No hope for Rare.
Yeah, sorry Rare, but you don't really have a good track record. Also, it's coming out on Windows, and I want to buy it on PC, but it's going to be released for the Windows Store only, and I really hate that because Microsoft owns Rare. Yeah, Microsoft owns Rare, and I don't want to buy it on the Microsoft Store.
Dude, I
want to buy it on Steam.
Dude, this is what I was talking about though. Maybe a while ago, that Microsoft is really trying to get into the exclusives game. So
yeah, no, you mentioned that, and I do remember you saying that.
Yeah, they're competing with PlayStation for sure now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that doesn't. Oh man, I read that it was coming out to Windows, and immediately I actually thought it was Steam. I didn't realize that it was the fucking Microsoft Windows Store.
Yep, you can only buy it there. I'm hoping that someone complains and they put it on Steam, but that would mean you and I could play it and buy it. That'd be actually really cool.
Yeah,
if we had a ship together.
Okay, for sure.
But I'm gonna wait for the price to drop, and I'll wait for initial reviews to come out. Yeah, but overall, it looks like a really fun game.
It does. So I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, and with all these people reviewing it on YouTube, like early reviews, early gameplay reveals, like the alpha version of the game, it looks really fun, and like running a ship looks like hard work. Like, Alyssa, we're gonna have to like recruit our friends to play this game with us if we're gonna actually like dedicate some time to playing it. Maybe you might see some podcast regulars in our crew in the future,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I think that looks like a fun game. My last bit of news is that EA has pulled the microtransaction like controversial whole loot box system thing away from the game, but not entirely. You can still spend real money in the game, unfortunately, but it's only to buy cosmetic items. So
solid.
Yeah, but on a personal note, I'm still not going to buy the game.
I think this is one of the few times where extreme complaining actually won.
Yeah, no,
So,
seriously.
I just want to applaud everyone for that. Like, that was a team effort. I whatever the Reddit was that started this initially, started the thread that really brought this all down. Good for you. And you're backed up by the gaming community for sure.
Agreed, because one, it actually hurt EA's sales.
I know.
And two, I was like, holy crap! Like, you guys, this actually did something, and that's great. That's the power. That shows the power of the people.
The power.
More power
of complaining.
Exactly.
Yes.
And two, EA just needs to learn. Like, I understand all your games have microtransactions, and you can spend real money to play the game, and get better than other people, but you know what? Not every game needs to be about making the most money. Sometimes, I know it's a business, but people want to play games to disconnect and have fun. It's not fun when you're dying every 5 minutes because the same guy is sniping you from across the map with his overly powered sniper rifle. And even though EA did this, it's a really good gesture and a really good move, but everyone who bought the game already bought all their microtransaction power-ups, and so they're all like super powered in the game now. So for me personally, I feel like there's no point in jumping in the game because everyone's already OP. Like, I'm just gonna get in there and get slaughtered.
Yeah. I'm
passing.
They did it too late.
Way too late. That was like, it was November when they did this. Like, now it's March. Like, it's too late. Sorry guys, it's too late. So I'm sorry. You still don't have a customer for this game, EA. I pass.
Stick it to them.
Yeah.
Stick it to the man.
All right, School of Rock. All right, Jack Black, School of Rock. I see.
Stick it to the man.
Yeah. Anyways, I digress.
Yes. All right. So that has it for gaming news. So we have quite a few questions since it's been a while. The first question, all of these come from Anonymous because they all came through email this time.
Nice.
Yes. So the first question is, new listener to the podcast. It was really difficult to find your website at first, since you two don't say it at the end of each episode every time, but I found it. You guys should announce the website and contact information at the end of everything.
Okay.
Otherwise, keep up the good work.
Thank you for the constructive criticism, and we will do that from now on.
Yeah, so you bet your bottom dollar that after this is all said and done, we're gonna announce everything.
You bet your bottom dollar. Wow. Good phrasing.
Phrasing. Yes. I forgot what TV show that was, but
it's a lot of TV shows.
It is a lot of TV shows. But we will do that.
Yes. Thank you for that, and thank you for your compliment.
Yes. Next question. Do you two collect anything other than games? So now that I can kind of afford things, now
that you're an adult, is what you're saying.
Now that I'm an adult, I started buying more pop figures of things that I like and toys to put out on display. But I won't say that I'm a collector of that. Like, I don't think it's substantial enough. Oh, you know what? I got it. I collect and keep ticket stubs of, like, for example, temples or special architecture places that I've traveled to, as well as train tickets of different places that I've traveled to. That's probably, like, legit, like, one of the only few things that I actually collect.
Cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really unique because it's like it's a memory. The ticket stubs are like memories of like, oh, I'm like, hey, I did that.
Yeah, exactly. It's for the first time when I studied abroad, I was looking at my Japan rail and I realized, you know what? I don't want to throw this away. And there were all of these because see, a place like Japan, when you purchase a ticket to enter something, it's actually like a legit ticket and it's on really nice printed paper. And it's like, I don't want to throw away any of this. So I started doing that for like everything that I've visited. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
So I collect rocks. No, I'm joking. I don't collect rocks.
It's minerals.
Oh, sorry. Sorry that I offended the community. the hardcore mineral community.
It's minerals.
I don't collect minerals or rocks. I'm joking. I actually collect hats, like baseball caps. Like not really fitted caps, but like snapbacks. I really like wearing snapbacks because I'm lazy and I don't like to fix my hair sometimes. So I wear a hat. Usually from like a place I go to. So like if it's Japan, I'll try to find a hat that matches the city. If it's Hawaii, I'll try to find a Hawaii based hat or something. San Francisco, I have a Giants hat. That's because it says SF on it, and I like the Giants. I have a Golden State Warriors hat. I just have a whole collection of hats, but I need to stop since I have way too many hats and I don't wear all of them. It's just like it's just sitting there.
You know, you can buy those cases, and instead of being a sneaker head, you're a hat head.
Oh man, I could wear my Stussy and my Supreme.
And then now you need a walk-in closet.
Oh jeez, I don't have enough room in my place for that, but. Yeah, I collect hats, and I also collect camera lenses. I like getting weird camera lenses, and I'm trying to buy a weird one, but it's really expensive on eBay, and I'm saving up my money.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I just, first and foremost are hats, snapbacks, and that kind of thing, and camera lenses.
Yay!
Yeah. Thank you for the question, anonymous person.
Yeah.
And the person before you, thank you again.
The next question is addressed to me. And
cool.
Reading this, I don't know if I feel offended or not. But the question goes, Alyssa, I'd like to know why you have a poor opinion about Breath of the Wild.
Oh my god.
And I know, and I'm just like, do I have a poor opinion about it?
Did you say that at one point on a previous podcast?
I don't think I'm yelling right now. Sorry. I'm yelling because I don't think I have a poor opinion about it. I've never played it before. I don't have a poor opinion on it. What?
Did you say something before? I'm really curious.
I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, I don't have a Switch. I've never played it before. But I don't think I've ever said anything, like, bad about it.
Is that the answer to the question? Is that
I don't know. Well, like, you know, at the beginning, so at the beginning of, like, the first time this podcast was ever recorded, it was, like, February, March, and that was when it came out. But I don't remember ever saying anything bad about it during those months.
Oh, someone offended you online.
I know. And... Oh, huh. Okay. You know what? Okay. So, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
I think, okay, I think I may have said something, but I don't think it was an offensive comment. But that's just me yelling right now because
okay.
I did say I don't understand why this game's a 10 out of 10, but everything else isn't a 10 out of 10.
Right.
But I don't necessarily think that's a poor opinion. I'm just saying I don't know why it's a 10 out of 10.
So
I don't have a poor opinion. That's what
So you haven't played the game before though, right?
No. I haven't played Breath of the Wild before.
Okay, see, that anonymous person, there's your answer. She said she doesn't understand because she hasn't played it before. Therefore, that's it. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right? So she doesn't have a negative opinion about it. She just doesn't have an opinion about it.
Yeah.
She just doesn't understand why it's like game of the year because she hasn't played it.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm defending you, Lisa. Don't worry.
No. I don't think saying that comment means I have a poor opinion. is where I'm getting at. So, but I don't know if I've ever said anything in the past either, which I don't think I have. But you know what? This is going to require a lot of effort if I had to re-listen to those podcasts.
We only look forward on Downtime Podcast. We never look backward.
Only go forward.
Yep.
The last question is favorite board game, and that's all it says.
Okay. Jumanji. Actually, I don't know. Maybe it's not Jumanji.
Jumanji 1 or Jumanji 2?
No, neither. I actually like The Game of Life. The Game of Life is my favorite.
I think it's probably Taboo. So, yeah, it's
Taboo?
it's
Cool.
Taboo.
Great.
Yes.
There are your answers, person.
Yes.
Thank you for asking your question.
Thank you for asking your questions. And now we're going to announce everything at the end of this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you want to send in a question, you can either email at, what is the email? triangle.c.blog@gmail.com. You can go to triangle-c.blog and go to the contact and write in a question that way. It also has the email too. Or you can go to any platform where we present this podcast, so YouTube, SoundCloud, whatever, and you can make a comment or DM there and we'll answer it.
Yeah.
And while we're at it, since I know that we've been getting a lot more iTunes listeners in the past month or so, if you enjoy this podcast and want to give a shout out, go ahead and write a review about us, and it bumps us up to more noticeable pages when you're looking through the iTunes App Store for podcasts. And yeah, show some love if you have time.
Yeah, give us a shout out.
And
that's it.
Yep. And that ends all the announcements. And we're going to do this from now on.
So that if you're listening to us, you'll know where to find us.
Exactly.
All right. This has been the 43rd episode of Downtime Podcast.
All right.
Thank you for listening.
Have a good day.